You're right. I've been a member just over a year. And before I get into the heart of my speech, I'll tell you why I'm here. I was the district treasurer, and I had the opportunity of working with, at that time, the district governor, Trish Blackwelder, and so many other district leaders who were members of this club. And we got to the end of the year when we were trying to make points for Toastmasters International in terms of membership, and I thought, well, I'll just write a check, and I'll help out District 3 make a little bit of progress in our membership. And I thought, I will choose Leaders Plus because I know people there. There are leaders there. And I thought, I'll be pretty much a phantom member because I'm really a member of another club, which I'm also very loyal to. When I got here, though, I fell in love with this club. And as you'll see in my presentation here and the material that were handed out, did everybody get a presentation? This club, I didn't realize that, is almost 35 years old. We are going to celebrate 35 years later this year. And you're going to hear more about that in a moment. The other thing I didn't realize about this club, and it is different because we have fixed costs here that a lot of clubs don't have. Does anybody know how much it costs to be in this room tonight, to this club?
$50.
$50. $50. That's $50 if we have 2 meetings a year. That's $100 a month. Over a year, that's $1,200. Now, my next question is, we're making this all interactive. How many members do we have? What'd you guess, roughly?
24?
25. I printed out a roster with 25 names on it. I don't have checks from all of those 25, by the way, but I do have 4. So I'm collecting checks. You have my address. Do you know that we collect $3 per month from each of you to be a member of this club? So if there are 20 members of us, and we collect $3 a month, over a year's time, that's $3 times 12. That's $36 we're collecting over a year's time from each of you. With 20 members, that's $720. Now, how do you think that adds up in comparison with what we're paying just to meet in this room? Well, you see this little graph here? That is a break-even analysis. You'll also notice that I had to, on the bus on the way here, scribble some corrections because I noticed that I made some calculation errors. I'm a CPA, I'm an auditor, and even we make mistakes, especially when we're doing this on the fly and looking at it for the first time. So, what it takes to break even, to cover just the facility charge here, is about 35 members. That's where the 2 lines cross, where we basically have income of about $1,200 and we have fixed costs of about $1,200. So 35 members. So that's one way we can pay for the rent here, is for us to pump our membership up. Anybody for that?
Yeah.
Anybody help with that? Okay, more on that later. We also send our officers to TLI. So we budget about $200 for supplies and sending our officers to TLI. So that makes it even a little bit more. The other thing is, over the past couple of years, we've been spending down our balance so that we now are living almost paycheck to paycheck. Or in popular terms, our mortgage could be considered a little upside down. So we have a challenge, and I don't want to make this sound too daunting, but ideally, we will end this year having paid our rent here at the club regularly, be on time, not in arrears. We will send our members, our executive team, to TLI. We will have some money for supplies, and we will have some money left at the end of the year to roll over to the next year. Because you know what paycheck is? Paycheck is right now. So by the time we get done with June and we start the new year, we've already had our paycheck back in April. So we need some money to keep paying the rent when we start the next year. So I'd like to add about a $300 increment to the $300 we started off with. We did start off here with a little over $300. I think that should be closer to $600. So you will see here, we're talking $1,000. You might think, well, can we do that? Yes, we can do that. Are we allowed to do that? Yes. Did you know that Toastmasters International allows us to do fundraisers as long as it promotes the mission and activities of promoting our club. No individual members will benefit by it. And that as long as 1/3 of our dues, it comes from, as long as 1/3 of our revenue comes from dues, that will be legitimate. So we're talking, if we are going to have 20 members, $720 in revenue, another $1,000, that's okay. So how are we going to get there? I have some recommendations. And Trish, you already mentioned something about an annual auction. I think we're going to have that. We're going to plan something for that auction, and I think you assigned me to that committee already, did you not?
I thought you volunteered.
Yeah. As a treasurer, I lose sleep over what I'm telling you. So. We can do this, and you know what? Not only will it be a fundraiser, we will have some fundraisers. So we're going to have this auction, and we're going to be able to make some money from that. I think we're going to have more than one fundraiser during the year. And what I would like to do is I'm going to need some help, because a treasurer can't do all this by himself. We're going to have a couple of fundraisers. I would like to form a committee who will help plan this. So if you want to be in on the fun planning, I have this sign-up sheet right here. Please give me your name, your email address, your phone number. I'll be in contact with you. Our first auction is coming up pretty soon. When did you say that was, Trish? December, yeah. It's a holiday, so this will be our fall winter fundraiser. We'll do something in the spring. We will do some brainstorming. For example, we can do an auction that's, I think, really good. And we're allowed to do that as long as we don't go out and buy things to auction them. If we donate things, we can auction those and make some money. Some other ideas, maybe we could do a garage sale sometime. Have a Saturday session where we have a garage sale. I know people make a ton of, we could probably make $2,000 with a garage sale in this club. Maybe, just ideas. So here it is, call to action, a list. I would like at least 4 or 5 people on here, but if you all want to sign up, that would be super. Nancy, I'll start this list with you.
Why, thank you.
All right. So why do I care about putting myself out to get in the middle of this? Because as I told you at the beginning of this speech, I really have come to love this club. This is so much fun. I've even gotten used to, well, my wife has gotten used to me coming here on Wednesday nights. She has to eat alone. And she won't come here as much as I try to encourage her to come. Toastmasters is interesting because sometimes after you've been a member for a while, and you have been to clubs and contests, there comes, I think, honestly, times when we all go, haven't we been there, done that? Are we a little burned out to go through those cycles? And I asked Nancy Starr a question one time. Nancy, who has been so supportive of this district, so supportive of this club and other clubs, and an international director. And having done all of that, by the way, I can't see the clock. Oh, is that it? Oh, okay. Thank you. I don't want to just pull on myself. This is my shot. I asked Nancy a question. I don't know if you remember this question or the answer you gave me, but I said, Nancy, after you've done all of that, why do you continue working so hard for this organization? And she said, because it changes lives. I have seen it change lives. And you know what? I will never forget that. And when I have those little down cycles, I remember that. And I will tell you this one thing, when I resist coming to a meeting, by the time I have gone to the meeting and been there, I am always happy that I went. I always feel energized, even though when I